If you ask 10 people to define art, you'll most likely get 10 different answers. Art isn't just a tangible item. Art is all around us. Wherever you may be, art is there. Around campus, on a bulletin board, in the diag, or in the music we listen to. Art is unique in that it can be detected by every human scent. Our team decided to focus on the art of creating, listening, and experiencing music. We chose music because it has an effect on all of our lives, and we listen to it whether we choose to or not on a daily basis. With today's technology, it is extremely easy to access music from any musician anywhere in the world, and we feel that music is capable of bringing people together now more than ever. Through the beat, the rhythm, the visuals, and more importantly, the lyrics, music of all shapes and sizes have not only touched but affected our lives in one way or another.
It means a lot in a lot of different contexts. I think first and foremost, like, music to me is something that, whatever kind of mood I'm in or want to be in, like, music's a really good path for me to get to that mood. So, like, for example, if I'm waking up in the morning and I just need something to, like, energize me and make me feel positive, like, I've got a playlist for that, and music helps me get there. Or, like, if you're going out on a Friday night and you're with your crew and you want to get really energized, like, you probably have a playlist that can bring you to those feelings. So first and foremost, it's just a way to experience different types of emotion.
At the current moment, music to me means just like an hour or two away from my phone or a screen or like any sort of connection with like a social setting.
It's also, I think, one of the greatest art forms because it's the best way to tell a story to an audience but subliminally like slip them a message, because musical theater is so entertaining. As an audience member, you're sitting there watching dancers and singers and all of this storytelling happening around you, but while that's happening, you can also have your opinions change, you can be pushed or stimulated. So in terms of art in general, it's something so much more than just looking at something and seeing it. It truly, really moves you, and it leaves you with something to discuss.
I grew up in a very musical household, and we had instruments all around all the time, so it was sort of just a social thing between me and my siblings to play music together.
I think music brings out a side of me that I didn't know I had. Before I was performing and kind of forced to be on stage in front of a lot of people, I was really nervous about kind of being front and center sometimes. And I think just through being confident in the songs that I write and in the way that I produce, I've just become a whole different person because I'm able to collaborate with other people and talk with other people a lot more confidently now, and I owe that all to Aussie music.
My family is very business oriented, like nobody really does music or anything, so I kind of chose like a really different path to go in. So it's really shaped my entire life. I've kind of gone at it alone, like without really having advice from my parents or whatever. So yeah, kind of is my life now.
If you had to describe music in one word or sentence, what would you say?
If I had to describe music in one word, I would say meaningful. I definitely consider music to be a form of art because it's a way for people to express themselves and express how they're feeling, whether they're playing an instrument or singing or just listening to a song. I definitely think it's an art form.
100%. Yeah, I mean, music's art, I think, in its purest form. Not really the kind of person who has like a definition of art. I feel like you can kind of sense what is art and what isn't art. But yeah, I mean, music's one of the most important creative forms of expression, so undoubtedly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, art, I feel like, is considered anything where like you can just kind of let your creativity flow. And music is definitely one of those things. Like, it's the same thing as if I were sitting down and making a painting. I sit down at my computer with a blank canvas, and there's millions and millions of possibilities of where I can go from there.
White lips